speak for a minimum of 1 minute and a maximum of 2 minutes. And you can finish your speech by 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'll show this green signal at 1 minute, then this amber at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red at 2 minutes. After that, you have 30 seconds to wind up your speech. Okay, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Daisy. Really appreciate you were the timer in last meeting as well as today's meeting. Really appreciate for your dedication towards people's empowerment. Today's word of the day is immense. I would appreciate each one of you to use this word during your turn, during your speech, wherever you get a chance. This is a very easy word, can be used. If I can use it, you can definitely use it because you are much better speaker than me. Ladies and gentlemen, today, as I mentioned, our TG master is none other than Toastmaster Umar Farooq. Ladies and gentlemen, we all are here. First come, first serve. Policy will be served, and please make sure try to keep your video on if possible for you, because I'm recording this session and will be uploaded on YouTube later on. And if you like to, I can share with you. So you can listen to yourself later on, introspect, how did you do it and how you could have done better, or you could have given a try to other topics which are offered to other Toastmasters or fellow speakers. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I will not take much of your time. Try to speak maximum 2 minutes for 2 minutes, because we would like to bring more people on stage. That's our purpose, for everyone to speak and learn with this opportunity given by all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together to welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Umar Farooq. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, everybody. Best of luck to all. This time, the table topics will be from my favorite movies and TV shows, but English. So let's see. So first of all, we have Miss Sindhu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Umar.
Miss Sindhu, you have the table topic from Breaking Bad TV series. Every life comes with a death sentence. I'll repeat, every life comes with a death sentence.
Thank you, Toastmaster Umar. It gives me an immense pleasure to be a part of this session and to talk to your topic, on your topic. Actually, every life begins with a death sentence. Yes, it is a fact. We all know that we are coming to this world with the day of death written in our fate. We know that once a person is born, for sure he or she will die. Death is inevitable. We cannot think about a life without death. But sometimes we humans forget the fact that we are going to perish, or we will not be existing in this world after a couple of years. And we do believe and we do behave in such a manner that the world is ours. We are going to own it. But my true advice to the people around you and to myself is that our life is short. So we have to make our life very beautiful by sharing, loving, caring everyone, and seeing that we have to make all this small, minutest moment of our life beautiful by enjoying, by talking with others, by smiling, laughing, making others feel good. So all these tiny, tiny things will make us good. And after death also will be remembered by others. And I think that we have to do something. We have to leave a path, or we have to leave a mark that such a personality had been living in this world before. So people should think after death. The people should think something like better about us. I think that is the best thing which we can offer. Like any piece of advice, or we can be a model for the life of others. So that is what I believe. Over to you, Toastmaster Umar. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sindhu, for a wonderful reply. Now we come to Toastmaster Farida. I have from Game of Thrones for you. So your topic is, once you have accepted your flaws.
Once you have
accepted your flaws, nobody can use them against you. I'll repeat. Once you have accepted your flaws, nobody can use them against you. Toastmaster Farida.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. My topic for today is once I have accepted my flaws, nobody will be able to use them against me. And I totally agree with this topic. It totally rings true in every aspect of my life, not only my personal life, but also my professional life. We are humans, we are Homo sapiens, we all have shortcomings, we all have flaws. We all are not Mr. and Mrs. Perfect. We all have our drawbacks, we all have our inner fears, we all make mistakes as well. But when we know that there are certain things in life in which we cannot excel or in which we cannot give our 100%, we should not venture in that direction so that we don't give anybody a chance to sort of point their finger towards us. This is the first thing. The second thing is that if you already know your flaw and you have accepted your flaw, it's okay. Even if people do find out, what's the big deal? You already know about it, right? So if somebody points it out to you, it's okay. Take it in a good way. Take it in a positive way. There's always room for self-improvement. And I, for one, am an example of self-improvement. I've joined Toastmasters so late in the day compared to all the youngsters who are joining Toastmasters in their teens. So it's okay. There's always room for self-improvement. And personally, I do not accept this. I will not allow anybody in my life to use my flaws against me. Loud and clear. The world should hear this. Over to you.
Mr. Arnab. Mr. Arnab, for you I have from Spider-Man. Huh? The quote is, with great power comes great responsibilities. With great powers comes great responsibilities. Mr. Arnab.
Thank you, Toastmaster Umar, for this topic. With great power comes great responsibilities. This is something that I really believe in, and this is something that actually I have communicated to a lot of people myself on different platforms like Facebook and WhatsApp. I will tell you the background of how this has happened. I have seen people communicate, put remarks without thinking on Facebook, on social media platforms, right? And then these remarks have really, like, one remark leads to another remark. And this is where people need to understand that when they're putting a comment, and on a social media platform, they are responsible for those comments. Also, I would like to highlight this to the news agencies. All the Indian news agencies globally have great powers because they can communicate to a lot of people. They can move the thinking of the people. They can move how the people think. So with this power, they can shape the future of any country. So they must think before they publish any news on their news channel, like TV channels or the newspapers, that whether what they're publishing is correct or not, because they are responsible for what they are doing. And that is why I always feel that with great power comes great responsibilities. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Arnab, for the wonderful reply. Next, we have Mr. Afsal. Are you there? Can you unmute yourself? I have a quote for you from Avengers Endgame. Huh? So,
Okay.
the hardest choices require the strongest will. I'll repeat. The hardest choices require the strongest will.
With immense pleasure. Good evening, everyone. And I am so glad to see you all in this podium. The hardest, can you repeat it again, the topic? The hardest?
The hardest choices require the strongest will.
I totally, I'm not totally agreeing with this topic. I don't think so. We need to, again, once again, repeat the hardest choice.
Requires the strongest will.
I don't think so. In this world, strongest will to take hardest choices in the life, because we have very advanced technologies in this world. For each and every corner, we can fix this one, and we can, without much take the hard risk. We can watch everything, we can observe everything, we can correct everything all over the world. In many countries, we know, even they have a very sophisticated system to control their countries, all over the countries, traffic systems. They can see a car violating the traffic rules, sitting their office and watching this through the technology, using these cameras and all. So they are copying that one. Immediately they are charging the punishments to that car driver. Likewise, like the advanced countries like America, they can observe what is going on all over the world, all the movements. They, according to that movement, they can change their strategy. They can change their strategy. They can change the relationship with the countries and all everything. So I disagree with this topic. And back to the table topic, master.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Asal, for the nice reply. Now we have Mr. Amin with us. Mr. Amin. Mr. Amin Khalid, I think. What's the name? Complete. Mr. Amin Milad, are you there?
Yes, hello.
Yes, your topic is from movie Thor. So your topic is for every minute, the future is becoming past. For every minute, the future is becoming past. Mr. Amin.
Excuse me, can you restate that again?
For every minute, the future is becoming past.
For every minute, the future is becoming past. Yes, all right. So in this world which we live in today, okay, we got limited time. Okay, so we have to, like, we can put it in this perspective that we gotta use our time, okay, wisely, because like you gotta make it count. You gotta make your time count and every like minute count, which is like you can say it in productivity levels. Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Let's go next.
So next is we have Mr. Bishal. Mr. Bishal, are you there?
Yes, Toastmaster Umar, I'm
So,
here.
yes, your quote is from Troy. History remembers kings, not soldiers. I repeat, history remembers kings, not soldiers.
Hello and good evening, everyone. It is such a nice feeling to be here. As in my viewpoint, people only remember those who lead the team, and not the member of the team, not the member of the, not other member of the team, those who is in the front line and those who is guiding the team to its path. They only remember that person. And I am from Nepal, and talking about our history, we remember the one who has helped us. We has helped in the in uniting our nation from small Kathmandu to the one large big Nepal right now, and that is Prithvinarayan Saha. And we don't rarely remember other names who helped him, who fight for him, who joined him in fighting. We don't remember any names. We don't remember the name of any soldiers who fight for him. Obviously, obviously only Prithvinarayan Saha, the king, has not been able, was not, might not have been able to achieve the feat that has been achieved in the history. Obviously, there were the help of the frontline soldiers, but we only remember is his name, and we celebrate his birth date as the father of our nation, and we don't actually we don't actually contribute uh, uh, or
Thank you, Mr. Vishal. So now we'll move on to Miss Daisy. Miss Daisy, who will take the timers? Anything who can take it? Okay. Toastmaster Amjad will take the timers role. So
Please do it.
yes, Miss Daisy, your your topic is from Dr. Strange. So if you can learn self-control, you can master anything. If you can learn self-control, you can master anything.
Yes, rightly said. I agree with this very much. Self-control is the one we need. We have to self-discipline us. If we can do that, I'm sure we can achieve anything. Right from getting up from the morning until we go and sleep, we have a lot of things we think of achieving in our life. And for all that, what we need is self-control. We think that when the previous day you think of doing something, I hope tomorrow I will finish this task, and next day when it comes, if you think of doing it, but if you keep on postponing it, if you don't put your mind into it, you will never achieve it unless you uh, dedicate your time for it. You have to give your 100% to whatever you are thinking of doing. That self-control has to come from your own discipline. That can be achieved only with your yoga, and there are a lot of things you can do. Mind control, there are immense good things which you can try and follow, which will give you that discipline which you need to cultivate in your life. That will take you, and that will give you success. Whatever you do, that definitely it will take you in the path of success. Over to you, Toastmaster Omar.
Thank you, Miss Daisy. That's a wonderful answer. Miss Anupama, we have with us Miss Anupama.
Yes. Good evening.
Yes, that is from one of my favorite TV shows, Sherlock. So this is your heart,
Okay.
and you should never let it rule your head. This is your heart, and you should never let it rule your head.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. This is your heart,
Yes.
and you should not allow it to rule your head. This is a very good saying where there is two things. One is I One is the love which follows heart, and on the other side, it is the duty and it is the logical thinking which follows the brain. So, when it comes to a time where love, sometimes what happens when you are in love, your heart gets a upper hand over the head. And when everything comes back to normal, you realize you should have given more importance to your head than to your heart. So, when it comes to analyzing things, never always go by your heart. Just try to analyze and see and decide your pros and cons. And when it is heart, it may be close to you, it may not be close to anybody else. So try to analyze things from everybody's perspective and then take a decision. So when it comes to heart and mind, don't always follow your heart. Use your mind as well. Over to the table topic master. Thank you.
Oh, my wonderful answer, Miss Anupama. Now we have Mr. Bhaji. Who is Mr. Bhaji? I am pronouncing says right or not?
Yes, yes, you are.
Okay, Mr. Bhaji, you have from Batman. Batman Begins, huh?
Okay.
So your question is to counter fear. To counter fear, you must become fear. To counter fear, you must. Bhaji.
To counter fear, you must become fear. In a way, what it's saying is to overcome fear, to counter fear, you need to overcome fear. And the only way that you can overcome fear is face your fears and walk through the fear. That's the only way you can overcome fear. And one of the reasons with a shivering heart, I'm sitting over here, is exactly what I'm trying to do. You know, you have certain fears of your own, but then for you to take the next step, you actually need to step into the cold. You actually need to, get your feet wet, get yourself embarrassed a little bit, and then you slowly come out of your fear. So it actually applies to each and every portion of your life, because once you get comfortable doing the uncomfortable, then obviously you will be able to generate a lot of capabilities which are already inside you, which you really don't know anything about now. So that is the first step, and I agree to it. That's it. Thanks.
Thank you, Bhaji. What a wonderful answer. Next, we have Mr. Karan. I have Daredevil for you, Daredevil.
Yes.
Okay, so now you have the quote is from Daredevil: "Problems are opportunities that haven't presented themselves." I'll repeat: problems are opportunities that haven't presented themselves.
Thank you, Toastmaster Umar, for such a wonderful topic. I agree with this. Problems are opportunities that haven't been presented. And whenever any problem comes, sometimes, most of the times, I get angry. But then I sit and analyze myself and cool down. And then I take up that challenge, because I don't see as a difficulty, I see it as a learning. Because once I accomplish this one, it gives me an immense happiness inside on completing any problem or challenge. And I feel whenever I challenge myself with any new opportunities or problems, it helps me to grow further myself. For example, in starting, I was hesitant to come on and speak on these sessions, but I decided I need to jump in and do whatever is there and go up. So in starting, I was thinking as a problem. But once I get into this one, slowly I'm getting used to it. And even though sometimes there are not problems in the company, I try to create a problems so that I used to get, so that I am learning a new things. I go into different areas and I see the problem. I see the problem and I try to solve them. And it gives me a different opportunities to learn and to interact with different people. Yes, I agree with that. Whenever I see problem, it gives me a little bit excitement, bit nervousness also. But ultimately, it gives me a good learning and it helps me to grow further also. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Now we have Miss Ritu. Miss Ritu, are you there? Miss Ritu. Ritu. Miss Ritu. Oh, so many are there now.
Next. Let's go next.
Okay. Next, I can take Mr. Mohan. Mr. Mohan, are you there? Mr. Mohan, unmute yourself and open your video. Mr. Mohan. No? Okay, we'll move to the next one. We have Mr. Yashpal with us.
Yes, give me a minute, I'll start my video.
Okay, so Mr. Yashpal, one of my favorite movies and one of the favorite dialogues, Fight Club. The things you own end up owning you. I'll repeat. The things you own end up owning you.
Good evening, everyone present here. Things we own end up owning us.
Yes.
The things we own eventually will get into our mind, in our heart. And I relate this with another beautiful movie, Lord of the Rings, in that the small ring is getting mind of Mr. Frodo. Eventually, that small ring rule the heart and mind of that person. It will derive so many emotions once you attach with anything, once you attach with the things you possess or you own. Eventually, you don't think clearly. In your every decision, in your every emotions, that things are attached directly or indirectly. So I totally agree with your point. Once we start getting connected with the things we own, it will give us immense pain, and eventually that ownership, that owning thing will start ruling our mind and our heart. There are so many examples in the histories that just by the affection of some small things, there are so many wars, there are so many fights. So I totally agree with these points. Over to you, Table Topic Master. Thank you.
Sure. Wonderful answer, Mr. Yashpal. Now we have Miss Pushti. Who is Pushti? Is there? Pushti. Oh no. Then we will move to next one. Next one is Anushka. Anushka is there. Miss Anushka, are you there? No. Miss Anushka, I can't see her. I think no, she's not there. And we have Oeshi. Who is Oeshi? I am pronouncing right or not? Oeshi is there. Some have disappeared. I think they came and then they go.
It's okay, Toastmaster Umar. We can continue with you.
Nandini is there. Yes.
Yes, I'm available.
Yes, good evening. I have a very profound quote for you from Good Will Hunting, one of my favorite movies. So you have to listen carefully. Real loss is only possible when you love something more than you love yourself. I'll repeat. Real loss is only possible when you love something more than your own self.
Okay. I can put it in this way that self-love is sanity, not vanity. Instead of going for things, the material things, the relationships, the luxurious life, first and foremost, what we need to project is that how we can take ourselves. Only if we are very happy, we can radiate that happiness. When we don't have happiness, how we can able to give happiness and give motivational stories, first of all. This I got it from my Guruji. I mean, not that Guruji, YouTuber only. So he always tell that first love yourself, first care yourself. How you can able to care yourself, but doing exercises for your mind, for your body, and do it's not meditation. Just have whatever the things you have, whatever the things you are using on a daily basis. Be grateful for that. It is not that biggest gratefulness. The morning we have coffee. I always feel that I'm the blessed one. And the food we eat, and when we have food in front of us and we can able to consume, our body is in a position to digest, then are we not very blessed? So these type of things really, when we can able to do with consciousness, then we are very happiest person in the world. And then once we are happy, of course we can make not only our family happy, but also our team. And if we are all happy, then we can make our state and the country and the entire world happy. Over to you.
Yes, wonderful answer, Miss Nandini. Now, okay, now we have Mr. Mohan or Dinesh. Mr. Dinesh, are you there? Mr. Dinesh, are you there? Okay, no. Now we have Miss Pragya. Miss Pragya, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. So your question is from unusual suspects. Listen carefully. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Okay.
I'll repeat. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Okay. Hello, Toastmasters. Quite an interesting topic for a person who totally believes in devil. And yes, devil does this trick of making people believe that it does not exist. It always comes in a form of most trusted people around us, most trusted situations around us, and most trusted scenarios. It comes with an existence where we can't even make out as to whether that was something negative for us. For me, on a personal level, it has come in many forms, in forms of friends who have broken my trust, in forms of relations whom I trusted endlessly, but again broken my trust, and in the form of situations which I thought were good, which were convincing enough to be better for me, but ended up to be on a very disastrous note, I would say. So what devil does is quite simple. It comes on with a phase of happiness. It comes in a phase of good relations. It comes in the phase of things which we deeply believe. But when you have totally, deeply, intensely trusted on it, then it shows the real thorns which it holds. And somehow it becomes almost impossible for us to even trust then that this thing is devilish because of the kind of belief it buys from us. So I totally agree to what the topic says, that the best thing the devil does to us is make us believe that it's not a devil, but it's someone who has come as an angel, and then with its sharp paws scratches our dreams. Thank you.
Thank you, Pragya, for the wonderful answer. Now we have Mr. Binoy. Binoy is there?
Umar, I am not a devil that you are acting so much.
Yes, I am here.
You always fear what you don't understand. I'll repeat. You always fear what you don't understand.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. This actually, this is up to me when I am thinking about myself. Because when I am going for a meeting or when I am attending, giving a training to the team, I am always fear if I am not aware of the subject, what I am talking, or how I am trying to explain the team. This is from the air, because whenever we are going for a training or meeting, we should be aware of what we are talking, and we should be more comfortable. Then only we will be more comfortable about what we are communicating and discussing also. And in our personal life, in our family lives, uh, if we are hiding something from our family, our children, then what will happen automatically, when we are facing them, we will have a fear that maybe they will ask some questions. Whenever they are asking some questions, we are fear that yes, they are talking about that subject and we don't know exactly what to reply to them. These are the few points. Yes, I really agree with that. When we are not comfortable, we will have a fear on all the matters in our life. Over to you, Master.
Okay. So now we can have Miss Wafa. Are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, Miss Wafa, you have from West World. When you are suffering, that's when you are most real. I'll repeat. When you are suffering, that's when you are most real.
I'm not going to suffer, and I'm going to be real as well. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. When you're suffering, that's the time when I am the real, or anybody is the real. Let me tell you what we did today. It's really, really hot. So while I was making breakfast, and I asked my husband, how about you squeeze some lemon and make a nice lemonade for the family? So he indeed turned out to be really helpful, and he did. Now let me share the story of a lemon. The lemon is nice, green, smells lovely, but I had to give it a little bit of a suffering to squeeze the juice out of it. And that's what my husband did. And we had indeed a yummy lemonade at breakfast. So that's the story of our life. We all have excellent values and attributes that are connected to us. We have been created with an immense energy, and we still don't realize it. So I see this. Let's compare ourselves to being a lemon. And as you're going through sufferings or pain, just make some lemonade and enjoy it. Don't forget to add some mint to it. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Miss Wafa. Miss Wafa, for the wonderful answer. Next is Miss Bhavitaran. Is there Bhavitaran? Bhavitran, or I am not sure how I am pronouncing it. Miss Bhavitaran? No. Okay. Next, we'll move to Miss Beenal. Miss Beenal, are you there?
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening. I have a very easy one for you. So from Money Heist, there is a recent very crazy series. In the end, love is a good reason for everything to fall apart. I'll repeat. In the end, love is a very good reason for everything to fall apart.
Yeah, I do agree with this statement because ultimately, in this world, we should love each other, we should respect each other, we should forgive our egos, discontentment, and differences, and we should allow like all human beings and creatures in the world. Um, Over to you, Toastmaster.
Okay. Next we have Miss Najla. Are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Oh, I have from you for Lord of the Rings. Somebody quoted it, so let's see. It's the job that is never started that takes longest to finish. I'll repeat. It's the job that is never started that takes longest to finish. Miss Najla.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry for being late today. And thank you for the topic, table topic master, and my fellows Toastmaster and friends and colleague and my loved one. The job that never finished, never started, or did I say it right?
No, the job that is never started that takes the longest to finish.
Yeah, okay. Well, I said it in a different way. Thank you so much, Mr. Amar. Don't hate me. I agree with that because once you have your goal and you attain to do something, you have to plan it well to finish it on time. Because if you do not start, or if you do not have the well planned or the time planned for this subject or for this project, for example, you will never start and it will never finish. That reminds me of a course I just recently finished, a workshop about procrastination, where we learn that once you in your mind that you have this project to finish, then I have the Toastmaster meeting, then I have the next level project I need to close, and I never finish it off. I never start. So if I did not start it, if I did not start writing my first letter and first word, it will never finish, and I will never do the speech, and I will never finish the level. So in that context, procrastination is not nice. It's not practical at all. You will stay still in your place, and you will not never move forward. Maybe you will move backward instead, which is I notice in sometimes. That is my hardest topic, and that's my hardest time nowadays, because I have so many things that I started but I did not finish. So I can say that this word I agree, because it's a little bit applicable to me nowadays, because I'm too lazy to finish so many things in one time. Thank you so much, Table Topic Master.
Wonderful answer, Miss Najla. Now we have Mr. Aryan is there. Mr. Aryan. Okay, so your question is from Dark Knight. What doesn't kill you simply makes you stronger?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. It feels really good to be here. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's nice. Okay. So I believe that every time that something doesn't kill you, you just find out what your limit is. You just push your own boundaries. I believe till something doesn't make you do it, you don't push yourself. Something has to make you push yourself to the limit. It's only when you have to do it, do you do it. And that's the only time you get stronger. So I believe if it doesn't kill you, it'll just end up making you stronger, because you will know yourself. You'll learn more about yourself in the fight for it. And when you know more about yourself, you turn out to be a stronger person. Thank you.
Okay. So now we have Miss Rania with us. Miss Rania? Miss Rania, yes. Miss
Hi.
Rania, yes. Hi, how are you? Good?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So now you have another one from West World. So your quote is, winning does not mean anything unless someone else loses. I'll repeat, winning does not mean anything unless someone else loses. Miss Rania.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. I know the series, but I don't watch the series, so I really don't know in which context they said that statement. I don't believe in winning or losing. I believe in healthy competition, I would say. So it's not about winning or losing. It's about learning through the journey. This is for me. If you go into competition, for example, like we have in speech contest, it's a learning journey whereby we enrich our learning experience by becoming better speakers, better communicators, even in the workplace. When you have competition, it should be healthy competition whereby we want to achieve a better goal, not because we want someone to lose or to knock someone down. You must have a very good objective after it. Like also in sports competition, it has to be like a healthy competition whereby whoever is going to winner or a loser, basically, it should fulfill a good cause in the end. So for me, if I'm in a competition, like in a speech contest or even the workplace, I look at my opponent as, or my contender, let's put it that way, as a partner in this learning journey, I would say. And one day I might win, the other day he might win. So in the end, it should be an enjoyable journey, and it doesn't matter who. In the end, we're all winners, I believe. So one day for you, one day for us, someone else. That's the way it should be. Thank you, Table Topics Master. Over to you.
So, wonderful answer, Mr. Nelson. Nelson, are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm here.
Yes, Nelson, I have from your Star Wars quote is there. Okay. So the quote is, do or do not. There is no try. I'll repeat, do or do not. There is no try.
Come again on the topic.
I'll repeat, do or do not. There is no try.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster, for this opportunity. Do or do not try. I believe you have to go for it. Once you make up your mind, don't doubt it. Just go for it, whether you are prepared or not. So I wouldn't hesitate. I would just jump right into taking action. Just like you're put on the hot spot and you have to give a speech and you didn't prepare. What do you have to do? You just have to do it. Success comes from doing, not from thinking, not from being inspired, not from planning, but from doing, from execution. So I believe doing is the best part of it. I wouldn't hesitate for a moment. You can plan all you want. You can get motivated all you want. But if you don't execute, you can never win. Thank you, Toastmaster.
No, wonderful answer, Nelson. Now we have Mr. Abhijit. Abhijit, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
So turn on the video, please.
1 second. Yeah.
So your interesting quote is there from Dr. Strange also. We never lose our demons. We only learn to live above them. I'll repeat. We never lose our demons. We only learn to live above them. Toastmaster Abhijit.
We never lose our demons. We only learn above them.
Yes, learn to live above them.
Exactly. So, the very first moment when Table Topic Master, you gave me this topic, I was wondering, am I a demon or am I a human? For the last 30 minutes, I have been hearing to so many wonderful speeches, impromptu and apt to the subject matter which you have been asking. There was one question which was striking my mind ever since. Whether, when given a chance to me, I would be able to address the right delivery with the topic being given. I was getting goosebumps. And more than that, it was my mind. It was the devil within myself, which was bringing in the fire within me as to when exactly I get this speech moment to deliver it. And I was kept on pinging it on the chat and bothering Table Topics Master that when shall I give the topic? It was a devil inside me which was making me that passionate to deliver a table topic speech. Yes, fellow Toastmasters, it is within you. It is not only the devil that makes you perfect, but sometimes you need to keep yourself above all, and it's only then you will actually get to learn a lot. Keeping yourself as a human being aside and your soul on the other side, you will always feel that there are right and there are wrong. The choice is yours. You have to make the right decision. Over to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you, Mr. Abhijit. Now we have Miss Hongli. Is there Hong?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you turn on the video?
Yes, I will do.
I have from Harry Potter.
I am not yes, right.
Okay, so happiness can be found in darkest of times if only one remembers to turn on the light. Happiness can be found in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light.
So my question is, the happiness can come at the hardest time, right?
Darkest of times.
The hardest of time, right? I'm sorry.
Darkest of times.
Sorry, could you repeat the question again slowly?
Happiness can be found in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light.
Okay, so my question is, thank you very much for your question. I don't know, I'm not sure whether I fully understand your question, but I think my question is, the happiness will come at the darkest of time if I'm sorry, could you repeat it for me?
Okay, one last time.
Okay, anyway, for saving time, I will answer the question by the way I think. So I believe that the happiness will come at the darkest of time if we try to overcome ourselves, try to, like I read a sentence, try to survive in any cases by any way. So the best way, I believe that the best way for people to survive and overcome yourself is you try by yourself to go through over the difficulties and go over your limits. So I believe that in any darkest time of my life, if I have to face that situation by myself, I must try my best with my love to the life and my thankful to the life to overcome everything and respect the life. So that's my answer. Thank you very much for your question.
Thank you, Ms. Hongli. Now,
yes.
Okay, the final topic is for Mr. Amjad. Mr. DTM Amjad, are you there?
Sir.
Yes, it is one of my favorite quotes from Game of Thrones, one of my favorite series. The quote is, it is hard to put a leash on a dog when you have put a crown on his head. I repeat, it is hard to put a leash on a dog when you have put a crown on his head. DTM Amjad Ali.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Tabletop Master. You are just telling the real world we are facing today in one line. I'm sorry to say. We are finding such people. I'm not using this word dog everywhere. Now it's very hard or near to impossible to leash them since we have crowned them in our good or bad times, but we have chosen it. Now it's very difficult to control them. But yes, as I mentioned, it's close to impossible, but it's not impossible. It can be taken away. The crown can be taken away to make them realize, guys, enough is enough. No more celebrations because the world has become a global village. No more single room association. Now the entire world has become one room. Everyone can see you. No more ruling. It is all about people's opinion. Everyone's opinions matter. So ladies and gentlemen, this is beautiful topic. You have said it from my heart. In fact, you spoke, but this was my heart's feeling. Now it's very difficult, but it's possible. Let's all voice out loudly to uncrown such people, leash them for what they're doing right now to the society. Society need independence. We all celebrate independence every year, but who did we get independence from? This is what my question is when I travel. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very thought-provoking question or a statement. We need to think, introspect, and voice out. Stop people ruling us. Thank you so much. Back to you, sir.
So now with this, I will conclude my table topic session. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And lot of
No, sir, it's
insightful
not
messages.
concluding. It's not conclusion. I'm giving you a topic, please.
Okay, from my end, it is concluded.
All right. Toastmaster Umar Farooq, your topic is
Okay.
motivation does not work on our dead mind. Motivation does not work on our dead mind. Toastmaster Umar, over to you.
I completely agree with this statement that motivation does not work from the dead mind because motivation comes from your own mind. It's a mindset. Motivation is a mindset. Inspiration is a mindset. And passion is also the mindset. If you follow your dreams, positive outlook towards life. For example, I was doing my chartered accountancy exams. At the initial time, I was engineering background. I was not able to do anything. What is accounting? What is debit and credit? I have no idea what is this. So because I have been studying chemistry and physics, all of a sudden I am not studying accounting. So was my mental blockages come. Okay, so you feel that there is a dead end and you cannot do anything. But you have to overcome it. You have to energize your mind. You have to have that inner belief in you, the strong will, the fire in you should be there in order to continue that journey, and you have to overcome your obstacles. I always believe that obstacles are those things that you see when you take your eyes off your goals. So you have to starve your distractions and feed your focus, and your mind should be focused in order to see the goal destination. If your mind is not focused and is not energized and not active, it is a dead thing. And if the mind is dead, then your eyes are useless. I always say that mind's eye, from that you see the vision. You just not see anything, you just have that vision that you follow and pursue in your life. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tabletop Master, for conducting a brilliant, immensely pleasant session. Another success, 27th session. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. If you were not called upon on stage, my apology, please accept it, because our policy is to first come, first served. If you like to be entertained, if you like to speak, please come early. Session starts from 7:45. This is a session opens from 7:45 till 8 p.m. 8 p.m. sharp we start and we close at 9 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I would like to go back to our Madam Timer to read out the timing report, please.
Yeah, thank you. Today, Toastmaster Sindhu, she spoke for 1 minute and 50 seconds. Toastmaster Farida, 1 minute 40 seconds. Toastmaster Arnab, 1 minute 50 seconds. Toastmaster Afsar, 2 minutes 24 seconds. Toastmaster Millet, 1 minute. And Toastmaster Bishal, 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Toastmaster Anupama, 1 minute and 37 seconds. Toastmaster Bajil Badran, he spoke for 1 minute and 10 seconds. Toastmaster Karan spoke for 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Toastmaster Yashpal for 1 minute and 17 seconds. Toastmaster Nandini spoke for 1 minute and 38 seconds. And Toastmaster Guest Pragya spoke for 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Toastmaster Binay Matthew spoke for 1 minute 17 seconds. Toastmaster Wafa Khan spoke for 1 minute 15 seconds. Toastmaster Binal Shah spoke for 32 seconds. And Toastmaster Najla Hazard spoke for 1 minute 55 seconds. Toastmaster Aryan spoke for 47 seconds. Toastmaster Rania Abdul Rab, I think DTM, she spoke for 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Nelson spoke for 1 minute 8 seconds. Toastmaster Abjit spoke for 2 minutes 10 seconds. Toastmaster Hongli, she spoke for 2 minutes 3 seconds. DTM Amjit Ali, he spoke for 1 minute 58 seconds. And Toastmaster Umar Farooq, he spoke for 1 minute 30 seconds. I think except for Binal Shah, Aryan, and they spoke for less than 1 minute. And Pragya, I think she spoke for 2 minutes 45 seconds. That's it. That's
Thank you so much,
today's.
Madam Timer. Really appreciate. Thank you so much. Big thank. Can we all give her a big hand for volunteering as a timer?
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you.
next session will be on Sunday, same time, same login ID. If you'd like to join, please do that. Word of the day will be different. TMOD will be different. TMOD means table topic master will be different person. Rest everything will remain same. Same time, 8 to 9 o'clock. Please come early to participate and face your fear. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Toastmaster Umar Farooq, all the way from Saudi Arabia, for bringing so many brilliant topic, thought-provoking ones. Really appreciate the Toastmaster Umar and great conduct. If you like to be our table topic master someday, let me know. You can message me and we can put you for next 4 meetings. We are all booked, but onward, then you can become a table topic master. With that, Pav Westermy, as host of this very meeting, we adjourn the meeting. Now we have few minutes to gel with each other and introduce ourselves. You can take 5 minutes to talk to each other. Over to you, everyone.
Over to you, everyone.